Hare Krishna, devotees and Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hari Bol to all the devotees of the channel. Start with Mangacharan. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. Okay, so we will continue with our prayer for this week, which is Shri Dashavatar Stotram by Shri Jayadev Goswami. Let me post the link in the chat. Anybody would like to sing the prayers today?
I can try.
Yeah, very much like Narsimha prayers. So, yes, Mataji, go ahead, Shri Mataji.
Okay. प्रलयपयोधिजले धृतवानसि वेदम् विहितवहित्रचरित्रमखेदम् केशवधृत मीनशरीर जय जगदीश हरे क्षितिर इह विपुलतरतिष्ठति तव पृष्ठे धरणिधारणकीनचक्रगरिष्ठे केशवधृत कूर्मशरीर जय जगदीश हरे वसति दशानशिखरे धरणि तव लग्ना शशिनिकलङ्ककलेवनिमग्ना केशवधृत शुकररूप जय जगदीश हरे तव करकमलवरेण कामद्भुतशृङ्गम् दलितहिरण्यकशिपूतनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे चलयसि विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुतवामन् पदनखनीरजनितजनपावन् केशवधृत वामनरूप जय जगदीश हरे क्षत्रियरुधिर्मये जगतपगतपापं स्नपयसि पयसि समीतभवतापम् केशवधृत भृगुपतिरूप जय जगदीश हरे पितरसि दिक्षुरनेदिकपदिकमानीयम् दशमुखमौलिबलिं रमणीयम् केशवधृत रामशरीर जय जगदीश हरे वह शिवपूषि विशदवसनं जलदाभं हलहति भीतिमिलितयमुनाभम् केशवधृत हलधररूप जय जगदीश हरे निन्दसि यज्ञविधेरः श्रुतिजातं सदय हृदयदर्शितापसुघातम् केशवधृत बुधशरीर जय जगदीश हरे म्लेच्छनिवानिधने कलयसि करवालम् धूमकेतुम् इव किमपि करालम् केशवधृत कल्किशरीर जय जगदीश हरे श्रीजयदेव कवेरिदमुदितमुदारम् श्रीनु सुखदं सुभदं भवसारम् केशवधृत दशविधरूप जय जगदीश हरे वेदालुदरते जगन्ति वहते भूगोलम् उद्बिभ्रते दैत्यं धारयते बलिं चल्लयते शत्रशयं कुर्वते पौलष्ट्यं जयते हलं कलयते कारुण्यम् आतन्वते म्लेच्छान् मूर्जयते दशकृतकृते कृष्णाय तुभ्यं नमः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Shri Dasavta Stotra Ki Jai. Shri Jaydev Goswami Ki Jai. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Mataji Ki Jai. Very nice recitation. Thank you, Mataji.
कृष्ण वृंद की जय।
Hare Krishna. Just one thing here, I think you read mostly, everything was 99.99% correct. Just like when we do this S on top, where we have this, we call as the peacock feather on top of S, or if there is an ankle bell on bottom of S, both are like, you can remember as Sh, Krishna, like Krishna, the Sh.
Shrinu and Rock.
Yeah.
No.
Otherwise, this is S is but
Mhm.
anything with the peacock feather or with the ankle bell below the S is Sh, like Krishna's Krishna Sh. Yes.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Anybody like to read the translations?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Meena Mataji.
Amazing job, Shreya Mataji. So proud of you. Loved it.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Shiva, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, you have assumed the form of a fish. All glories to you. You easily acted as a boat in the form of a giant fish just to give protection to the Vedas, which had become immersed in the turbulent sea of devastation. O Keshva, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a tortoise, all glories to you. In this incarnation as a divine tortoise, the great Mandara mountain rests upon your gigantic back as a pivot for churning the ocean of milk. From holding up the huge mountain, a large scar like depression is put in your back, which has become most glorious. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a boar, all glories to you. The earth, which had become one eye, merged into Garbhodaka ocean, fingernails. So, in the same way, the body of the wasp like demon Hiranyakashipu had been ripped. No, sorry. I think I went next line. Garbhodaka ocean at the bottom of the universe sits fixed upon the tip of your tusk like a spot upon the moon. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, you have assumed the form of a half man, half lion. All glories to you. Lust as one can easily crush a wasp between one's fingernails, so in the same way the body of the wasp-like demon Hiranyakashipu has been ripped apart by the wonderful pointed nails on your beautiful lotus hands. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of a dwarf Brahmana, all glories to you. O wonderful dwarf, by your massive steps you deceived King Bali, and by the Ganges water that had emanated from the nails of your lotus feet, you delivered all living beings within this world. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Bhrigupati, Parshurama, all glories to you. At Kurukshetra, you bathed the earth in the rivers of the blood from the bodies of the demoniac Kshatriyas that you have slain. The sins of the world are washed away by you, and because of you, people are relieved room the blazing fire of material existence. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Ramachandra, all glories to you. In the battle of Lanka, you destroyed the 10-headed demon Ravana and distribute his heads as a delightful offering to the presiding deities of the 10 directions headed by Indra. This action was long desired by all of them, who were much harassed by this monster. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Balarama, the yielder of the prowl. All glories to you. On your brilliant white body, you wear garments the color of a fresh blue rain cloud. These garments are colored like the beautiful dark hue of the river Yamuna, who feels great fear due to the striking of your plowshare. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Buddha. All glories to you. O Buddha of compassionate heart, you decry the slaughtering of poor animals performed according to the rules of Vedic sacrifice. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed the form of Kalki, all glories to you. You appear like a comet and carry a terrifying sword for bringing about the annihilation of the wicked barbarian men at the end of the Kali Yuga. O Keshava, O Lord of the universe, O Lord Hari, who have assumed these 10 different forms of incarnation. All glories to you. O readers, please hear this hymn of the poet Jayadev, which is most excellent, an awarder of happiness, a bestower of auspiciousness, and it is the best thing in this dark world. O Lord Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you, who appear in the forms of these 10 incarnations. In the form of Matsya, you rescue the Vedas. As a karma, you bear the Mandara mountain on your back. As Varaha, you lift the earth with your tusk. And in the form of Narsimha, you tear open the chest of the Daitya Hiranyakashipu. In the form of Vamna, you trick the Daitya king Bali by asking him for only 3 steps of land, and then you take away the whole universe from him by expanding your steps. As Parshuram, you slay all of the wicked Kshatriyas, and as Ramachandra, you conquer the Rakshasa king Ravana. In the form of Balrama, you carry a plough with which you subdue the wicked and draw toward you the river Yamuna. As Lord Buddha, you show compassion toward all the living beings suffering in this world, and at the end of the Kali Yuga, you appear as Kalki to bewilder the Malechas, degraded low class men. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Minamataji. Wonderful. Okay, so with that, we'll continue reading from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. Yesterday we saw how the wonderful early disciples of Srila Prabhupada, they're serving him very nicely and with love, because this whole process of bhakti is a process of love. It's not a process of force. So like Prabhupada was telling them, I don't want you to force you to do anything that you don't want to. Everything is coming out of naturally, from their heart, and we see the reciprocation that they had for Srila Prabhupada, with how much love they tried to surprise him by completely changing the look and feel of his storefront, Matchless Gifts. They changed the curtains, they hanged the paintings and posters that they had got from India of Hanumanji and of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha Krishna's personal painting that Green had done. So James Green had painted that one, but and then constructing a dais for Srila Prabhupada. So everything naturally coming out of love and affection for their wonderful Swamiji, as they lovingly called him. Okay, so we'll continue from here. Anybody would like to read today? I think we're reading from here. Prabhupada looked at his group of followers. Let's all continue.
I can.
You can try, Prabhu? Okay, yeah.
Prabhupada, Hare Krishna, everyone. Prabhupada looked at his group for followers. He was moved by their offering him a seat of honor, and their attempts at decorating Krishna's storefront to see a devotee make an offering to Krishna was not new for him. But this was new. In New York, this horrible place, the seed of bhakti was growing, and naturally, as the gardener of that tender sprout, he was touched by Krishna's mercy. Glancing at the pictures on the wall, he said, "Tomorrow I will come, look at the pictures and tell you which are good." The next day, Prabhupada came down to appraise the new artwork on display. One framed watercolor painting was of a man playing a drum while a girl danced. "This one is all right," he said, but another painting of a woman was more mundane, and he said, "No, this painting is not so good." He walked to the back of the temple, followed anxiously by the Howard, Keith, and Wally. When he came upon the painting of the 6-armed person, he said, "Oh, this is very nice." "So, what is it?" Wally asked. This is Lord Chaitanya. Prabhupada replied, why does he have 6 arms? Because he showed himself to be both Ram and Krishna. These are the arms of Rama and these are the arms of Krishna. So what are other arms? Keith asked. Those are the arms of sannyasi. He went to the next picture. This is also very nice. Who is it? Ford asked. This is Hanuman. Is he a cat? No, Prabhupada replied, he's a monkey. Hanuman is glorified in the scripture of Ramayana as the valiant, faithful servant of Lord Ramachandra. Millions of Indians worship the incarnation of Lord Rama and his servitor Hanuman, whose exploits are perennially exhibited in theatre, cinema, art, and temple worship. In not knowing who Hanuman was, the Mud Street boys were no less ignorant than the old ladies uptown, who, when Prabhupada had asked whether any one of them had seen a picture of Krishna, had all started blankly. The Lower East Side mystics didn't know Hanuman from a cat, and they had brought back from their hashish version of India a picture of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without even knowing who he was. Yet there was an important difference between these boys. And the ladies uptown. The boys were serving Swamiji, chanting Hare Krishna. They were, though, with material life and the middle class work reward syndrome. Their hearts had awakened to Swamiji promise of expanded Krishna consciousness, and they sensed in his personal company something exalted, like the Bowery Bum who had donated toilet paper during Prabhupada's lecture. The Lower East Side boys did not have their minds quite in order, and yet, as Prabhupada saw it, Krishna was guiding them from within their hearts. Prabhupada knew they would change for the better by chanting and hearing about Krishna. The summer of 1966 moved into August, and Prabhupada kept good health for him. These were happy days. New Yorkers complained of the summer heat waves, but it caused no inconvenience to one accustomed to the 100-degree plus temperatures of Vrindavan's blazing summers. It is like India, he said as he went without a shirt, seeming relaxed and at home. He had thought that in America he would have to subsist on boiled potatoes. Otherwise, there would be nothing but meat. But here he was happily eating the same rice. Dal and kapatis, and the cooking on the same 3-stacked cooker as in India. Work on the Srimad Bhagavatam had also gone on regularly since he had moved into the 2nd Avenue apartment, and now Krishna was bringing these sincere young men who were cooking, typing, hearing him regularly, chanting Hare Krishna and asking for more. Prabhupada was still solitary preacher, free to stay or go, writing his books in his own intimate relationship with Krishna, quite independent of the boys in the storefront. But now he had taken the International Society of Krishna Consciousness as his spiritual child. The inquiring young men, some of whom had already been chanting steadily for over a month, were like stumbling spiritual infants, and he felt responsible for guiding them. They were beginning to consider him their spiritual master, trusting him to lead them into spiritual life. Although they were unable to immediately follow the multifarious rules that Brahmanas and Vaishnavas in India followed, he was hopeful. According to Rupa Goswami, the most important principle was that one should somehow or other become Krishna conscious. People should chant Hare Krishna and render devotional service. They should engage whatever they had in the service of Krishna, and Prabhupada was exercising this basic principle of Krishna consciousness to furthest limit the history of Vaishnavism had ever seen. Although he was engaging the boys in cooking and typing, Prabhupada was not doing any less himself. Rather, for every sincere soul who came forward to ask for service, 100 came who wanted not to serve, but to challenge. Speaking to them, sometimes shouting and pounding his fist, Prabhupada defended Krishna against the Mayavada philosophy. This was also his service to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He had not come to America to retire, so with the passing of each new day came yet another confirmation that his work and his followers and his challenges would only increase. How much he could do was up to Krishna. I am an old man, he said. I may go away at any moment, but if he were to go away now, certainly Krishna consciousness would also go away, because the Krishna consciousness society was nothing but him. His figure leading the chanting while his head moved back and forth in small motions of ecstasy. His figure walking in and out of the temple through the courtyard or into the apartment. His person sitting down smilingly to discuss philosophy by the hour. He was the sole bearer, maintainer of the small, fragile, controlled atmosphere of the Krishna consciousness on the lower east side. Chapter 9. Planting the seed.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can continue, Prabhu.
Shall I read, Prabhu?
Yes. For 2-3 more minutes, we can.
So on the top, right? Does what you told us this morning, Howard asked, mean we were supposed to accept the spiritual master to be God? That means he's due the same respect as God, being God's representatives. Prabhupada replied calmly, then he's not God. No, Prabhupada said God is God. The spiritual master is his representative. Therefore, he is as good as God because he can deliver God to the sincere disciple. Is that clear? August 1966. It was makeshift, a storefront turned temple and a 2-room apartment transformed into the Guru's residence and study, but it was complete nonetheless. It was complete monastery amid the city slums. The temple, the storefront, was quickly becoming known among the hip underground of the lower east side. The courtyard was a strangely peaceful place for aspiring monks, with its little garden, bird sanctuary and trees squeezed in between the front of near buildings. The Swami's back room was the inner sanctum of the monastery. Each room had a flavor all its own, or rather, it took on its particular character from the Swami's activities there. The temple room was the kirtana and the lecture hall. The lecture was always serious and formal, even from the beginning, when there was no days and he had to sit on the straw mat facing a few guests. It was clear he was here to instruct, not to invite casual give and take dialogue. Questions had to wait until he finished speaking, the audience would sit on the floor and listen for 45. I lost. Yeah. 45 minutes as he delivered the Vedic knowledge intact, always speaking on the basis of Vedic authority, quoting Sanskrit, quoting the previous spiritual master, delivering perfect knowledge supported with reason and argument. While contending with noises of the street, he lectured with exacting scholarship and a deeply committed devotion. It appeared that he had long ago mastered all the references and conclusions of his predecessors and had even come to anticipate all intellectual challenges. He also held kirtanas in the storefront like the lecturers. The kirtanas were serious, but they were no so formal. Prabhupada was lenient during kirtana. Visitors would bring harmoniums, wooden flutes, guitars, and they would follow the melody or create their own improvisations. Someone brought an old string bass and bow, and an inspired guest could always pick up the bow and play along. Some of the boys had found the innards of an upright piano waiting on the curb with someone's garbage, and they had brought it to the temple and placed it near the entrance. During the kirtana, freewheeling guests would run their hands over the wires, creating strange vibration. Robert Nelson, several weeks back, had brought a large gimbal that now hung from the ceiling and dangling close by the Swami's dais.
Okay. We'll
But
stop
there
here,
was
Prabhu.
a limit of extravagance. Sometimes
Halim
when
Prabhu will pause here.
newcomer,
Are you able to hear me? Yeah.
okay.
We'll pause here. Thank you, Prabhu. This is symbol. This is Kartal. So,
Oh, Kartala, or large symbol, okay.
yes, your favorite. Okay, Hari Bol. Very nice. Thank you for reading. Anybody would like to share any reflections from today's reading? Anything comes to your mind? For me, it is again, it's a proof, very profound proof, and but very simple at the same time, that what Prabhupada did 60 years ago holds true even today, right? We see just around us, like if we see our center, um, from where it was, and how people, when they came for the first time, some people are attracted by kirtan, some people are attracted by the katha, some people are attracted by the prasadam. Many people are attracted by the prasadam. but this is the simplicity with which Prabhupada started the movement, and that holds true even today, right? And people are offering their services. Some are offering their services and helping with prasadam cooking. Some are helping with the center. Like we constructed the dais ourselves for our centers. Hanging the paintings in the center, right? So very relatable to what we are reading, and we see people come. Some people, and everybody has a journey. Like I said, we don't have to compare ourselves with anybody else. Every soul has a unique identity and a unique relationship with the Lord, right? So each one of us is special. Each one of us has a special relationship with the Lord. And as people keep coming, we see some people are chanting, some people are still not chanting, but some people are eager to serve, right? Some people are eager to take the association of the holy saints who come to the center, right? So there are different personalities, just like here we see Prabhupada's, when they came, they all had different personalities. Some was interested in serving by bringing flowers, fruits. Some was interested in serving by typing his manuscripts and editing the manuscripts, right? So it is very glorious. I mean, it's very relatable. Again, like I said, what we see around us is what was happening with Prabhupada 60 years ago. And even some of his disciples, they were like I remember in one of the lectures, one of the Maharajas was saying that, when they travel, there are some devotees like in Moscow, in Russia, and the places it is so cold there, more cold than USA. Some devotees who had started newly, they would they would be chanting some rounds, but then they're also smoking. So, but like Prabhupada says here, initially when devotees come, it's not like everybody's pure, right? But by constantly engaging in service, devotional service, purified bhakti, then slowly the purification starts happening. And again, that is something that we can see today also around us. And if I see some of the people, some of the devotees who have got initiated now, when they started, whatever, 10 years, 15 years ago, slowly it has been a gradual process. And like I said, it is all unique for every individual Jivatma. It is not something that we can compare and contrast with each other. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts. Anybody else would like to share anything?
Very nice, Prabhu. This is Anandini. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, I also was thinking about one of the verses in the scriptures that to those who have explicit faith in their guru, all the purports are automatically revealed. And this is a live example of this, where these people who had no contact with Krishna, never heard about them, but had love and faith developing for Srila Prabhupada, and how they started developing the knowledge and everything. Getting out a picture of Gauranga, Shadbhuja Gauranga, which I had never seen growing up. And they were able to somehow get that picture. So this is all mercy flowing from Guru and Krishna. And Krishna has given such a beautiful way to reach him via Guru, via medium, we say. So you render these people, even though they are hippies, they are rendering pure devotional service, because they are rendering devotional service with love to Srila Prabhupada. They are giving whatever they have to Srila Prabhupada. And that is exactly what, Krishna also says, that there is no force. You come to me when you develop the love. So they are doing that, and that's how they all became saints by the touch of the Chintamani Srila Prabhupada. So, yeah, importance of Guru, importance of an authentic Guru, I think that they were really not hippies. They were actually saints, because they were able to recognize the Chintamani amongst all these people. And Guru came to them, and they were able to recognize that. So wonderful.
Yes, very nice. Thank you, Anandi Mataji. Yes, it was very selfless. And yeah, sometimes these are just leelas that the Lord and his devotees perform, right? Yeah, we don't have the vision to see the spiritual vision, but yeah, like you said, they're already saints. It was just a leela, so that we can take that inspiration today after 60 years, and we don't have to judge anybody around us, because we never know who may be the saint there. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you. Anybody else would like to share anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. The comparison that you drew between the struggles 60 years ago and the struggles that we are going through ISKCON Cincinnati is kind of setting an example for, cocoon fighting. I think if we become complacent, we don't get anywhere. But if you're struggling, you're growing. So struggles are very important. Cocoon struggles to break free, so it turns into a beautiful butterfly. So the struggles we are going through now are going to yield beautiful results, just as Srila Prabhupada struggle did, initial struggles. And we have a beautiful ISKCON society now that he fought so hard with everything that he had and kept his firm faith in there. So that's what I was thinking, that, we're about to grow and turn into this beautiful place and beautiful temple of Radha Krishna soon. So just my faith kind of got a little bit firm.
Yes. And even here, like Prabhupada says, it is, even though it was a storefront, but actually it was a temple. It was a temple of the lordships, right? So that's what Prabhupada says. So no matter whatever place we are, whether it's right now, yeah, for us, we call it as a center, but it's no less than a temple. And wherever we are doing kirtan, wherever we are singing the glories of the Lord, and working in unison with selfless service, helping each other, uplifting each other in the spirit that Srila Prabhupada did, then yes, that place is no less than matchless gifts. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Naren
No,
Prabhu.
the good thing I learned the day I joined the ISKCON here in Cincinnati is the first is association. Like when we are in the journey of our impurity to purity, though it is a gradual process, not the overnight process, right? So it takes its own time to reach to that purity level, but it will take time. But the good thing is that the association giving good input for all these things. On top of that, yeah, as Anandini Mataji said, we should have a love, we should have a compassion to everyone, not only our human beings, but all our living beings. We should love them. And same thing should be served to the Krishna also in the purpose of Krishna and to Krishna. So if we will keep that mind to things, to Krishna and for the purpose of Krishna, all the things will be pure.
Yes.
And
Very well said. Thank you, Naren Prabhu. Hari Bol. To ISKCON Cincinnati ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, we'll conclude here with the Vaishnava Pranam prayers. Thank you all for your kind association. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavinda ki jai.
they
Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Great day.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.